Hello there, my beautiful Aries. Welcome back to my tarot look. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am hoping everyone is doing well. Thank you so much for being awesome and amazing. All right, appreciate you all so much. So for this reading, my beautiful Aries, we're going to see where things are headed for you and what energies are around you at this time. All right, this will be a general timeless reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs. All right, and Aries cross watchers, you are also welcome here. All right, so my wonderful Aries, let's see what's going on here with you. What messages show up for you and for your higher good from your higher self. All right, so Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, Aries. Let's get it. All right. All right, so we have discernment here is for you, Aries. There's a frequency of discernment here, that's trying to get your attention. For some of you, you could be kind of dealing with something that's been a little too um, either like sensitive or critical, like, almost like someone's needs to pass judgment or is passing judgment. All right, and I feel like, using discernment here is a message that's coming forward very strong so that you can view the world and people from like a place of like introspection from like within. That way you're not just kind of going with like what perception on the outside is, but using your own like intuition and guidance here to kind of balance the situation here. Okay, so and also if you need to detach from somebody or if you need to detach from a situation, this discernment here is super important because you could do it through compassion. It doesn't have to be like a bad negative. Okay, so if like somebody's pushing or if you're feeling like something is just not, it's just not gonna work, or it's just like your guts kind of like, it's okay if you detach from that, uh, using your own discernment and allowing yourself to respect your own, discernment here. Okay, like paying tune in. All right, and there's a transition here taking place. Some of you, there's just been like, for some of you, there could be like a little bit of test there, like you feel like your faith is being tested, or like maybe you're like losing some type of hope, but transitions here and it's here to support you. Okay, so you're in a place where you're establishing a deep understanding of the changes of how life works. Okay, so you're coming to an awareness of some sort. All right, and I feel like you're here to learn, and as you learn you're going to be able to like let go of things. All right, surrendering to the process is okay, and that could be also why discernment is superimposed on your very first card here for the reading. All right, let's see what healing energies are here for you, my beautiful Aries. What are some healing energies for my beautiful Aries, please? Some healing energies for Aries. All right, freedom. All right, you're releasing yourself here. You're gonna have to embrace this approach that you're entering. You're in your transitioning phase. All right. All right, your wounds do create doubt, all right, resentment and guilt, but you work to free yourself of darkness. And literally over here, detaching with compassion, so something doesn't need to be more chaotic than it already is for some of you. And you're just transitioning, you're growing, you're evolving here. You're finding peace here in your heart is what's going on. And I feel like you're discovering the light that's within you. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Like when you're listening to yourself, respect that voice, because like you respect sometimes what other people tell you anyway, so why not listen to yourself? And especially when you're coming from like a good place. All right. All right, so I like that card. Oh, 1 second, let me make sure you can see everything and everything looks nice. All right, I think we can see everything so far. Yeah. All right, cool, cool, cool. All right, and courage. Okay, so some of you here, I'm stronger than fear and bigger than doubt. All right, so you've walked a path where you were in a place of fear, where you're in a place of darkness, and right now everything is pushing out. The light's coming out. The evil's being exposed. The light is casting, like issue, like it's cast, the light is being cast on what needs to be fixed, be healed. Everything is like resetting to some degree. All right, there's growth coming in at a very very fast rate here for you. Okay, yeah, I mean right now like all you're doing, it feels like seriously like you're working on like what's important to you, like what's passionate for you here. Okay, like you're working towards your passions. All right, for like a lot of you here, it feels like you're breaking free from something very toxic. All right, or an abusive situation here, and you're being strong, you're being courageous, right? You're being a new, you I am being of new life. You're not stuck anymore. You're staying in the here and now. All right, you're staying in the present. You're focused on yourself. All right, so there's just only the here and now. So we can think about the future and we can think about yesterday, but all of them are now. All right, so like, you know, you're focusing on the present. You're staying grounded. So good job here for a lot of you Aries. I'm sure this is not like an easy journey for some of you here. Sometimes, you know, it's just, again, it's the mindset, you know, and we just have to bring ourselves around. All right, let's see what else is showing up for you, my beautiful Aries. What's going on for my beautiful Aries? All right, so we have a soulmate here. Okay, you have found your romantic counterpart. You have a counterpart here that you're dealing with. There's definitely an energy around you, and discernment and alignment and whatever end needs to come into play here. So you're working towards achieving something here. But let's just see what else shows up. All right, you need to open your heart. All right, love is the highest energy of all. Let it in. Okay, so again, you know, you're working on your freedom here. You're getting into your power. You're kind of coming out of something, and if it's abusive, and if it's whatever, or if that's what you've walked away from, and that's something that you're trying to heal from, you got to open up your heart to the soulmate that's here, that's in the present. Okay, and if that soulmate is the same person that has, you know, put you in a dark place in the past, you need to use discernment. Okay, so it's just as easy as, you know, allowing yourself to think about you first and putting yourself as the priority. You're in a twin flame situation here with the soulmate. Okay, heart, body, mind, and soul. There's a connection here that's really hard to break from, and there's a union that's going to come back online with this energy. And I feel like, sincerely, like, this is somebody that's really just tough to let go of, no matter how much. Even if, like, for example, if you have, like, you know, bouts of no contact or anything like that, you know, that happens when that twin flame union is kind of going through the lessons, but the soulmate experience is still there nonetheless for you and this person. All right, what else is here for my beautiful Aries? If you're enjoying the reading, don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you haven't done so. Sincerely appreciate that. All right. All right, so let your feelings out. So, wow, so we have opening your heart. We have let your feelings out here, all of them, even the ones that scare you. So Aries, you know, this is the cutest picture of a lion slash cat. Like, that's a lion. I love it. It just looks so fierce. Let you like, don't be scared. Like, essentially, if somebody, you know, it's okay to be vulnerable. Like, I'm not telling you what to do, but it's okay to open up your feelings. It's okay to speak the truth. It's okay to speak what's on your heart. It's okay to speak about whatever is holding you back, you know. Letting your feelings out could also mean letting somebody know exactly how you feel about them, if you really do love them, okay, and what you want. So it could be about anything where, you know, you're holding back, especially if you're in a soulmate situation right now and things are feeling a little kind of problematic. Okay, look at this. You have the power to create the life you love. Remember that. Okay, you're in a good place here. You're being looked after. Okay, you're spiritually growing here as well. There's just a lot of personal growth taking place for you. Okay, you know, there's just like, it's like you're opening yourself here. There's going to be a new path opening here, like a new territory to start exploring. You're gonna work on your interests and what makes you happy. Okay, and then look, stop looking outside yourself for the answers. Okay, discernment, babies, Aries, my beautiful Aries. Discernment. Okay, it's where it's at. It's where it's at. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, now this is something I haven't done before, but I'm going to pull one major arcana deck from the Arcanas only deck, and we're going to see what's being impacted right now, or what is the most important thing essentially in your energy space. Alright, it could be something happening to you, about another person. You'll know, you can let us know if you want, but we'll just see what that energy is, and then I'll pull situation cards and some tarot to close the reading for you. Okay. Oh, the star card is here. So this is an Aquarius energy. You know, this is a card full of hope, okay, the desire to be happy, the renewed sense of self here. So I feel like, again, there's a lot of transitioning here taking place for you. There's a lot of transformation here. There's a lot of growth. Essentially here, you're really, again, focusing on your own well-being here. For some of you, you know, something here could be opening up for you. You could be traveling. You could be taking off with some like new idea. Like there's something like a new interest is coming through for you. Okay. But it's going to be like one of those things where you're trusting, or you have to trust the universe. There's a plan here that's being materialized, that's materializing for you. Okay. Also, like whatever problems you're dealing from with the past, with your hurt, whatever is coming through in terms of like trauma or triggers, or you know, problems in terms of emotions, like there's going to be some healing. These issues are going to be healed. There's an energy, it feels like, around you that wants to heal you, heal the situation, or can and will heal if they're allowed to be in your life. All right. So let's see what else we have going on for my amazing Aries. All right, so we'll check in here with your love situation now. See what's going on with the energies around you, where things are headed for you with the person that shows up or the people that show up. All right. Still, just because it's a love reading doesn't mean families and stuff won't show. There could be, you know, your situations, your issues, and your happy stuff. So I'm just calling out what comes up. Told you there's a period of passion coming in through for you here, and it's like Leo season, by the way. And like Leo season is all about creativity and self-expression, and like your entire reading is kind of aligning with that. There's just a lot of passion to do things, and like also passion. Somebody's very passionate, like there's a lot of chemistry here, insane amounts of chemistry. There's a burning desire to be in your presence here, Aries. Somebody is just really like totally into your energy here. And I feel like, you know, this is somebody that you have like a good time with, or you have like fun times with. There's definitely sparks here. And there's, yeah, equal interest. There's addictions here though, but so this could be a codependent energy, or an energy, there could be some type of codependencies. It doesn't always have to be like drugs and alcohol, but there could be some type of obsessiveness, or possessive vibes that kind of come through. I feel like this is somebody that also, the passion might be there, the chemistry might be strong, but they may be emotionally blocked. So they may have some emotional issues here, or emotional things that they need to work through. All right. Some of you here, there's somebody that you're cutting ties with. Okay. I feel like for a lot of you, you know, you're just really working on progressing towards something and moving on from something. So you're cutting ties. You could be cutting ties with somebody, or a situation, a job. You could also be cutting ties with like a family member, or, you know, again, or just cutting ties with things that you're literally getting rid of, especially if discernment comes through. You might be having to do the right thing, cutting ties with somebody here. All right, so also we have unconditional love. So we have somebody here that's very, you know, attached to you here, that treats you, you know, that with fairness and love here. They are very affectionate energy, and I feel like this is an energy that, you know, does have like, you know, like does provide like the equal give and take, but this is an energy I feel like you also vibe with. But essentially, there's affections towards one another here. The affection is very kind of, it could even be addictive affection, but it feels like something is just kind of like not finalized. Like it just feels like, also I felt like earlier there could be some type of travel coming through, and I feel like with the ship as well, there could be some type of travel. You could be going, you know, abroad, or just traveling over water or by water. But anyways, you're moving on from something, you're cutting ties away, but you're returning, like you're returning to the energies that are affectionate towards you, or you're thinking about the energies that have been affectionate towards you here. And I feel like equally there's somebody here that has a unconditional love towards you, so like no judgment type of love, you know. Yeah, there's somebody here that's, you know, that's very kind of egotistical. I feel like this is somebody that can sometimes frustrate you. They lack, like, I feel like sometimes they come across as very insecure. Okay. There's somebody here that sabotages. I don't think it's intentional, but I feel like maybe they feel like they're not good enough for you, or they're not worthy of like being around, like not in a negative way or a derogatory way. They are not like, their esteem is just not strong. I feel like they find you very overpowering, very attractive, you know, probably desired by a lot of people out there. So I feel like this is somebody, there's an insecure energy around you here, somebody that really gets jealous, when they don't have a lot of time with you. All right, and I feel here we go. So again, somebody here is not speaking like what they really are intending on acting on or doing, but there's somebody here that really wants to, like, you know, somebody that has a lot of options, but somebody who wants to take a risk. I don't know if the risk could be just like maybe just kind of committing to just to like a relationship, or committing to like a desired goal with you here. But somebody here is not talking about what it is that they want to do next. So it could even be you, like you're holding something back right now. You're just trying to see how things play out between you and somebody. All right, but here we go. So oh wow, so okay, I feel like definitely you're getting back out there. There's something, but there's somebody here that wants to take you out on a date, and I feel like even though you might be thinking about seeing different people, or you know, dating somebody new, or even somebody new may approach you here, okay, because you're trying to get back out there. I feel like that energy is also there's somebody else that wants to do that. Like I feel like there's two people at least that are interested in asking you out or doing something here. So it's not like just one energy showing up. Okay, there's actually multiple. All right, but there's somebody here that has everlasting love for you. All right, so out of all these decks that and all these outcomes that are coming up, somebody here is very devoted to you as a connection. Okay, there's a union that is desired, and like I said, that poker face, I don't necessarily feel like somebody's gonna, you know, propose marriage. Maybe they will, but I feel like there's a certain sense of commitment or a certain desired level of relationship that's being, that somebody's kind of thinking about coming through and making that kind of an offer, or just at least having a conversation about it. I feel like there's somebody here that's very devoted or wants to be devoted, and I feel like it's not, again, it feels weird because it's not about, like, the commitment is not the problem, but the devotion is super important. They're like really devoted to the connection. They really have unconditional love. Okay, so all right, we have picture here. All right, missing you, making new memories, and we also have coffee cup. This is so crazy. Every time I can shuffle the decks all day, and then this is always like at the bottom. It's wild. But you know, so I feel like somebody here wants to build upon a friendship, or grow their friendship. Somebody here is wanting to take something to the next level. There's going to be some type of, you know, desire to talk about it, meet up over coffee or something like that. It could be anything, honestly, but the bottom line here is that somebody is really wanting to talk. All right, somebody's hiding something, and I feel like it's their true feelings. Yeah, they're pretending, like I said, I feel like you have multiple energies around you here, Aries. It does seem like somebody here, the shyer person, or the person that comes across as like closest, like perhaps to, like, not being a friend, but you know, you guys have like a friendship of some sort. That kind of an energy is the energy here that's really coming through strong for you, with feelings and like, you know, like the profound kind of love. All right, but like in terms of emotional, like in the emotional space, they may not necessarily show it all the time. Okay, all right, let's see what else is going on with this energy, or whatever other energies are here for my beautiful Aries. Yeah, there's definitely a rekindling energy here coming through. A rekindling of some sort. Something just for the passion is just wild. Alright, so. Alright, so I feel like somebody's very kind of optimistic here that they're going to be able to successfully achieve a connection with you, or kind of get back into like your social circle of some sort. I feel like truly there's somebody here that really just wants to be around you here, okay? And I don't know if you're going to run into them like at a social event, at parties, or you already have, or it's coming up, but somebody will be approaching you. Okay, so Miss Winter, all right, some of you, there's, you know, there's an energy here that is trying to kind of approach. I feel like again, there's somebody that's super either devoted, loyal, or very kind and loving, but they're just kind of running through they have some setbacks. So somebody here is kind of like, if like you're wondering, oh well, why isn't this person doing or saying or acting on this, there's something here outside of your energy that's holding them back. Okay, so we have in painting. Oh, so pretty. She's mad. All right, So yeah, we have somebody who's trying to make the best out of a situation. Somebody's trying to fix something with you. And again, I feel like there's somebody that wants to correct or improve their overall, like, you know, time or idea of like what it is to be with you in like a relationship. Like, it almost feels like this is somebody that's really working all these steps into like the what they want to kind of achieve. It doesn't feel like this is like an ex or a past. Like, we'll see what tarot says, but right now it just feels like you have multiple energies around you. Oh my goodness, I had to sneeze and I had to pause and I had to hold like my hand in position because I didn't want to move anything. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I feel like somebody's worried that you're going to pick somebody out there, somebody else that's better, because there's definitely, you're exploring the waters. It's showing up multiple times, you know, getting back out there and exploring the waters. So this is, it's no secret that, you know, you're not committing to somebody specific. But that's just because you're not trying to, you know, feel like you don't want to, like, put yourself in vulnerable places where like your emotions and your heart is gonna you know, go through pain, and so like you're guarding yourself, right? Oh, jealous one. Okay, so we definitely have somebody here that does not want to share you. Very jealous energy. This is somebody that really, really, really enjoys your time and your company, and I feel like this is somebody that, especially if they're, you know, like around you, or if you have conversation, like they're very, like, they don't want to lose you. Yeah, I just literally said that they really don't want to lose you to somebody else. Okay, but I don't know if they're like able to speak about that or be honest about it or confess or something. I don't know like where things are for them in that sense. All right, and yeah, there's a dark night of soul here, so there's a self-discovery. I feel like somebody's agonizing also over something bigger. There's a spiritual transformation taking place for sure. I feel like for you in love, but also for the energies around you. There's just something here that's coming through as a like a learning experience that's like happening. All right, and I feel like for a lot of you here, you're really like, your best trait is going to be like communicating openly and addressing the issues to strengthen like the relationship, or whoever it is you want to strengthen it with, right? But somebody here is just like, feels like there's somebody just lingering around, or just around, but it's like they don't, they're not okay with you. For example, kind of, if you're like dating openly right now, they're not okay with that. All right, but it feels like they don't have room to talk about that for some reason. All right, magical gateway here, or gateway, I should say. So you have a wonderful new beginning here, and you're on the right path. So I feel like you're being, you know, you're being like, you know, supported here by the universe. Wow, so we were literally talking earlier about creativity and how it's like Leo season. It's the season of like, you know, passion, creativity, self-expression. You know, and again, this is something here where you're going to be embracing your unique qualities here, okay? So you have a very strong urge here to express yourself, and you're working on creative solutions and ideas. So again, you're coming in very, very strong in this reading. You're coming in a place where you have like your own empowerment and play, okay? So like I said earlier, it wasn't like easy journey, but you're earning your own like freedom. All right, you're working on that. You're transforming yourself. You're having self-respect, like self-value, where like you love yourself more. Okay, this is gonna be more like available to you, accessible to you. Like, you're gonna be tuned into that way more now, okay, than you have in the past. All right, what else is here for my beautiful Aries? I am gonna definitely have to pause for a second. All right, I'm back. I just gotta pinch in my nose, and then that pinch just feels like it's pinching, and then I just gotta sneeze every time. All right, so yeah, I mean, obviously it's here. We definitely have a disagreement of some sort showing up for you. In terms of challenges, you know, you're dealing with somebody here that is just, you know, not necessarily too loyal or too steady in the love sphere of things, and in terms of this being a Venus card and attached to like obviously romance and all that stuff. So but there's a feminine energy here, you know. There's a feminine and masculine energy here. So the energies that I get is the feminine energy soothes the masculine energy here, but the masculine energy is not like a positive or a negative. There's just like a sense here of survival mode. So somebody's just trying to kind of get through their days or something. But there could be sometimes like a sense of like feeling like you're being gaslighted, or some type of, you know, like just kind of being told what needs to be said to make things kind of calm down. So that's why it feels like There could be just kind of disagreements or clashing, okay, like just not seeing things eye to eye. All right, but I do feel like overall, like right now, there's a sense of feeling defeated. But you're around somebody here that is just, I feel like they don't like to admit they're wrong. So, you know, this is where I like there's the problem, because like nobody, the person, the energy is not wanting to admit they're wrong when they're wrong, and it's just something remains very inconsistent in that sense. All right, the Knight of Cups and the Sun. Okay, so good stuff here. I feel like for a lot of you here, you know, there's a strong essence of romantic communication coming through here. It could be something that you're desiring from this person. You'd probably want them, like, for them to do the work, or for them to approach you, make you feel loved and special. But they're also thinking about doing the same thing. And it's like an emotional fulfilling, you know, journey here. When the two of you connect, there's a sense of emotional satisfaction generally. Okay, so there's somebody again that adores you and does not mind being your like knight in shining armor. I feel like there's somebody here that wants to advance and also offer you their cup, and they're trying to follow their heart, and they do want to see everything in the sun. They do want like the luck and the happiness here with you, and I feel like this is somebody that just wants to open up truthfully about how they feel about you and what it is that they'd like to have with you. Okay, they would like to reconcile and communicate on a relationship level here. And being that it's again like Leo season for a lot of you here, there's just going to be like in terms of romance, like expect like a lot of self-expression again. It's just somebody here wants to pursue something, and it's going to be very very expressed, very like explained. All right. I also feel like somebody here, you know, they're really trying to like work with their desires, and their desire to have this love come through, or this offer come through, or this person return. It's coming through strong, so it's being manifested. All right, so it's like almost if you're thinking it, it'll be happening. All right. Yeah, and I feel like something here is going to materialize for the better and for the greater good. So essentially, whatever hardships and whatever disruptions or whatever separations are going on, there's a primary energy here that will be coming back towards you, that really you actually enjoy when they're with you. So the Hermit here, we have a Virgo. Your biggest challenge is a Virgo, or a Virgo energy, or Virgo card in general. In this sense here, we are dealing with a situation overall where there's a lot of time to the self that's being desired. It could also be you and them. So perhaps you also have Virgo in your charts, Aries. So essentially here, there's just a sense of withdrawal. So whenever there's arguing and fighting, you know, talking it over sometimes doesn't get anywhere. So if there's like somebody withdraws, pulls in, it becomes a time for like introspection, time to see where things are. Okay, and I feel like for a lot of you here, it's not like the challenge itself, but the issue comes through as just there's a sense of being discreet. Again, we were talking about that earlier, the poker face. Okay, so somebody just doesn't show their cards, doesn't show their true emotions, for example, or their true feelings, or you never know how much they mean what they're saying. All right, so there's just a lot of that. Also, it does come across that at the end of the day, both of you guys are still focused. Your energy, their energy, or this person's energy. It just feels like no matter what, towards the end of the day, it just becomes about what you both want individually. And it just sometimes feels like, you know, like one person is making more effort than the other person to like make like things kind of happen, like whatever, if you want to plan to do something or whatever. Bottom of the deck, we have the Strength card, by the way, and that's showing up in reverse, the Leo energy here. So again, so we have something here where the esteem for the relationship, the value of the connection, it just doesn't feel as strong as it can be. Okay, it just feels like there's a sense of um like again, somebody feels like maybe like they're not worthy, you're too good for them, something like that, or vice versa. And or that, you know, they're not good enough for a relationship. So there's a fleeting energy non-stop here, with the Strength card also showing up in reverse, you guys. Sometimes there's potential to start something like a problem where there is none. Okay, like, so the idea of doing things so passionately, or with the idea of passion in mind, and then it just kind of like backfires. Okay, so all right, so we also have the Seven of Wands in reverse, Leo energy as well here. All right, so I feel like the biggest thing here, somebody has like has given up. Okay, so there's an energy here where somebody is just like no longer has faith or the confidence in seeing something like change or become like enhanced or upgraded. It just feels like things are just kind of staying where they are. All right, for a lot of you here, it's just, I don't know if it's a fight that you want to fight anymore. So you're standing your ground essentially here, Aries, with what you want for yourself. You're working on your inner strength here, and you're like working on like not having so much self-doubt and trusting yourself and using discernment. Okay, but a lot of you here are feeling very exhausted and overwhelmed, and I feel like there's just a sense of sabotage, and I think it showed up earlier. So there's somebody here that just is not necessarily seeing things in a way that makes like makes sense to put an effort. It feels like somebody just does not want to put effort, is what I'm getting. Like the effort is not there. It's only there when they feel like it wants to be there when it comes to the relationship, or just, you know, like just communicating about what they want. It's just like, and we have the tower. Oh my gosh. So essentially here, I feel like Aries, in terms of like a relationship or just a connection or whoever you're dealing with that's showing up strongly for you, this tower situation has come in as a blessing in disguise. This is an ending of a karmic cycle. That's your debts being paid. So whatever you're going through, so essentially if you're like trying to slowly detach, or if you feel like your energy has been detaching, it could very well be because the karmic debt has been paid. Whatever it is that you were meant to be doing with this energy, you may have kind of completed your part of that. Okay, for others of you here, there's just there's the pain, there's some type of pain and like hurt that's going on. We're talking about that spiritual death here. Okay, dark night of the soul, something very painful, whether it's by as an individual or because of the relationship, has been experienced here, and the ending was really kind of could have been worse, and the like the catastrophe of it was avoided, but there's the pain of it right now. So something could have been like way chaotic, and it just did not. It just kind of like the universe was like, okay, wait a minute, let's just go through with what the lesson is. And I feel like you're going through a painful like learning experience right now through like your life or from your relationships. But the good thing is, if there's a chance of getting together with somebody that you really do love or care about, or that like the person that really has unconditional love for you, you will be able to start like a brand new slate, like fresh, like as though the past has stayed in the past, like it would not be revisited. That's why the karmic debt is paid that way. Whatever anguish, whatever pain, whatever struggles you're going through, it's right now you're kind of closing it all out. That's it. The wound is healing, everything's closing out. And then there would never be that kind of a repeat, like because you've learned so much from that. And so I feel like, you know, with this soulmate connection here and this discernment, and let your feelings out, like be good to yourself, like maybe, you know, like trust yourself here, you're doing good. Okay, so the Three of Pentacles is here in reverse for you. This is Capricorn energy. We also had quite a bit of Mars energy and fire energy, and I feel like for a lot of you here, you know, you're just really, again, this the esteem, this lack of self-esteem, you know, trust in yourself here, trust in your abilities, trust in your like everything that you're doing is working out. There's a lot of frustration here, but you're dealing with somebody that can sometimes have power struggles. So again, whether it's like somebody that's in this relationship right now, or just in terms of like dealing with somebody that's very resistant, but you care about them, this is something here where you're gonna have to kind of realize that there's gonna be some type of a misalignment anyway. All right, especially for some of you, if you're dealing with a situation where there could have been like a third party, or just kind of dishonesty about engaging with other people here or interacting with other people, like that's not going to be something you can like let the burden go because it's not yours, because it's actually something that they have to like wake up to and realize, like they don't, they will never change if they don't choose to change. Okay, and I understand because the esteem is showing up here and they're literally like on different places, but it's like I feel like you're working on that as well. I feel like you're working on not allowing, like, you know, like the self-esteem aspect of the connection that you're having with somebody, or with whatever's going on with this energy. Like it's not getting to you as much anymore because you're working on it, but it's also still painful because the tower is exposing that pain, so that needs to heal, right? All right, well, this is what I have. I hope you enjoyed the reading, you guys. Thank you so much for your time. Okay, sometimes I get very passionate when I'm doing these readings, but hey, whatever. So one final self-love, self-healing message for you. If you'd like to let me know you stayed with me till the end, you can type the word creativity. Wow, we have talked about creativity the entire reading, coming at you from all angles, awakening to some of it. You know, Leo season is about creativity, creativity in for Aries. So, hey, whatever, use creativity to transform, okay, your pain into positivity. The universe is acknowledging the pain that you're going through, and they're saying you've paid your karmic debt. You've paid your karmic debt. All right, it's uphill from here. So whatever's lingering and whatever's just, this is it. It's gonna get cleaned up. Okay, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.